As Bono would say to Hamilton during a Formula 1 race, it's hammer time. So first up is Single Family House. This is by Edsy Edzek for 8.66 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under farmhouses. Now, it's going to cost you 80 grand to place down, and you can't go inside. So it's going to be a sort of one-up from a decorative object. I mean, you've got this little carport on the side, which is all right. I mean, you've got your sleep trigger by the front door, and we come around the back. We've got a nice little patio. Decked, well, it's not a decked area, that's like a concrete slab, but nice little area. Get some chairs out there, have a little, I don't know, you get barbecue on the go, something like that. Alright, fair enough. Obviously, it being a decorative option, you're not going to spend much time there, but that being said, it looks alright. Next up is Bunkersilo Pack. This is by Modding Association Katsu, 6.21 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under Bunkersilo. Well, it's going to find it on the silo, let's face it, it's a Bunkersilo. Now, we've got a few different things, because it's a build-your-own silo, let's face it. So we've got the actual plate itself. You've got a 5x10, you then come across, and we've got a 10x10, obviously double the size, double the price. Then we've got the wall sections. So we have got a corner brick. We then got a big wall middle element. We then got a big wall side element. We then got a big wall stairs right, big wall stairs left. We then got big wall stairs middle. We then got a T-junction piece. We then got a small wall element. We then got a small wall corner. And then we've also got a small wall start element. So that's like the ones that go at the edge. And then to finish it off, we've got the small wall T element. Now, obviously, all these, yeah, you put these down and then you build the walls around it. Fair enough, as you can well imagine. Which is basically what I've done up here. Well, what I've actually done is made, well, it's a double. It's a double Bunkersilo using a few different things. I mean, maybe I haven't actually put the right ones, mind you, because that looks like an internal wall, but it's gone on the outside. But it is what it is. I mean, I've gone for the steps in the middle just there. Now, obviously, you've got your T-piece in the middle. And you've got your corner bits as well. I mean, to be fair, if you get the right ones that are supposed to go together, they do slot together nicely. Now, I think I've done all right on that job. And obviously, once you get in there, you got your fill level, you get your compaction level as well. Yeah, build your own Bunkersilo. Next up is Garage with Service. This is by Martin CZ, 15.41 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under sheds. And you've got two different versions, both going to cost you 92 grand, and you got a green or a grey version. So obviously, you go for whichever one you want. I mean, not sure if I've seen a green shed before, but okay, fair enough. And you open up this door, and here's your service. Obviously, a workshop trigger. You got your spanner just there to fix it all up. And then obviously you bring your vehicle or implement in between the hatch marking areas. Job's a good one. And then this side, we'll open up these doors like that, is going to be a bit of a storage area. So bring your stuff in, your equipment, your vehicles, whatever you want to go for. Maybe bales and pallets if you really wanted to, and then put them in there. Now obviously this is going to be the same, it's just the outside is painted differently. Alright, fair enough. And next up is Gas Station BR. This is by Zero Ito, 23.67 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under containers. Now, we've got two different versions and a bit of a decorative element with this. So the first one is going to be the standard gas station. So you're going to cost you £1,000. Fair enough. We've then got the old petrol station, well, prices board. Yeah, we'll go with that. That's the best way of saying it. And then we've got this one. It's going to cost you $1.5 million. You're going to get your diesel from it at the same time, which is no problem. But it's going to be a business. You're going to make $125,640 per month. So whilst you can come down and get your own diesel, great. Now other people are going to come there as well and make you a bit of cash. So that is all right indeed. Now you come over here. Can we go inside? No, we can't. So it's not one of those businesses you could roleplay. I suppose you could potentially roleplay if you was there. What are they called? Service pumps, are they? Where somebody puts the fuel in for you? Oh, you don't have them in the UK, so I don't particularly know. But all right, we'll go with that anyway. I mean, what you got price-wise? 69. Nice. Ah, dear, oh dear. And obviously, on the main road, you'd have your your billboard sign out, just advertising the price. But I like the concept of that. Yeah, place it down. Yeah, come and get your own diesel, but then sell it to other people as well. Oh, that's ace. Right, next up is Mineralfeed Production. This is by TWF Team Harner. 1.78 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under production chains. Now, it's going to cost you 45 grand to place down, and obviously, as the name suggests, you can be making your mineral feed. Now, this may not be up everyone's street, because mineral feed, let's face it, it's a bit of a waste of time in the game, but if you're going down the road of the old immersiveness, you might want to add that into your whole setup, because you know, in real life, it probably does add a little bit to it, just not in the game. Right, so you got your loading in point at the top just there, so you will need some sort of shovel or that high dump Bailey trailer. That would be great for that one. You've got your pallet spawn point because it's going to produce pallets of mineral feed at the side, and then you've got your production chain menu just there. So you are going to need to put in canola, lime, and sugar beet cut. That's going to be giving your mineral feed. That being said, 50, 75, 85. So you're going to be losing 10. I'd imagine it's probably the lime you're going to lose, using it as like a binding agent or something like that. So you're going to get a little bit less out than you would put in. But okay, if you're going down the old immersive route, maybe get one of these on the go. Right, next up is Silo Shed. This is by Roger. 12.06 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under silos. Now, it's going to cost you 10 grand to place down. It's going to hold 25,000 litres. Now, you've got your loading in point just there. Your taking out point just there. And you've got a little bit of a, I'm going to call it a side piece. You could put some stuff in there, some bales or some pallets or whatever. But this would fit in nicely. I mean, you see like the junk on the side. You know, one old school farm. You know, maybe you're not got too many fields to be dealing with. You just need a little bit of storage area. That should fit in there nicely. I mean, the old decorative elements, you know, wood detailing is looking good. It really would fit in like an old school, old farm roleplay. That's ace. Right, next up is American Barn with Storage. This is by Rockhound Modding, 39.26 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under silos. Now, we've got two different versions. We've got a very bright red and green one, or we've got a more subdued grey and lighter grey. We'll call it that anyway. They're both going to hold 500 pieces, and it's going to be for your bales and pallets. So you've got your taking out point just here. Obviously, they're empty, so there's nothing in there. You've got your loading in point just there. We come through the side door, or what was said in the comment the other day, the man door, and then here we are. And we've got this door that opens up as well. So you could potentially use this as like a standard shed, that sort of thing, which is all right indeed. And we come up here, we've got the steps that we can't go up any further. Oh, can we open that? Oh, we can. There we are. Open the door. There we are. Up the top. Being said, whoa, that's falling down the stairs. Oh, I need to go to the hospital. God dear, oh dear. Get up there, that's better. Can we get to... I want to go to that hatch. Can we open that door? Can we jump over? I mean, I imagine this is where all your stuff's going to be stored. Oh, there you are. There you are. Down we go. Down we go. So we could go into that. There we are. Bit of a hayloft on the go. Oh, fair enough. I do like that. I do like that indeed. I like the stairs as well. Open the door. Open it. What is it? The hatch door. Trap door. Whatever you want to call it. Ah, there, ace. Well, next up is Traffic Cones and Barricades. This is by Flint Town Modding. 7.42 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it under miscellaneous. Now, obviously, this is going to be one for the old roleplay, construction shenanigans. That sort of thing. So we've got the small traffic cone, which seems to be really small and right at the front of the shop. So that's going to cost you 50, 10 kilogram weight, which means you're going to be able to pick it up by hand. We then got the concrete road barricade. That's going to be 1 ton. So you are going to need some sort of forklift truck to pick it up, but it has got the holes on the undersides. That's all right. 150 to buy. You then got your traffic barricade. So 100 kilos. So you should be able to pick that up by hand as well. 150 to buy again. We've also got the Traffic Barricade 3. Now, this has got some options. So it starts off, well, I say starts off. I mean, we've got £100 price tag. Plus, we've got £100 optional extra, which is a bit random. So, all right. So we've got here with sandbags 1, with sandbags 2, with, what's it, lights on the top. We've got lights and sandbags. And then sandbags 1 and 2 again. And then we've got a road closure sign on that side. Okay, without the lights, and then back to the original. Right, okay. I mean, they all, even with the sandbags, it's got 100 kilo weight, so you should be able to pick that up by hand, no problem. You then got your road barricade again, so a different version. It's only going to weigh 100, so you should be able to pick this one up, no problem. 150 to buy. And then the last one is going to be the road work sign. So 100 to buy. You've got a few different options. So you got your without flags, with flags too. Although saying that, you got road work ahead. You then got, what was it, lane narrowing, lane closed, road work ahead. Well, then you got the lane narrowing again with the flags on the top, lane closed with the flags, and then back to the original. Now, obviously, this is going to be one to fit in with the role play sort of theme, because what we've got here, we've got a car broken down, we've got the tow truck just coming in. Yeah, we need to cone off the area, and then you just come along like that. Make sure everyone's aware of the situation on the go. Drop it down. Jobs are good. I mean, obviously, you could go down the other route of, having some roadworks on the go. Maybe put some of those down. Entirely up to you. Oh, fair enough. So next up is the CNH front loader pack. This is by Jolly Farms Modding. 1.92 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under front loaders. Now, we've got the Case L106, 120 horsepower requirement for my tractor, and a 10.5 grand price tag. Looking very good, but there's no options. It comes as it is, but obviously it's going to mount up to the front of a tractor. Now, if you got your New Holland on the go, well, they got that version as well. The 855 LA, same horsepower requirement, 120, and the same price tag, 10.5 grand. Now, what I think is really good about this, right? So you come across to the case, right, and you can press, if you're on Xbox like me, right stick in combinations. That's then going to pull up, that is going to fit on the old Puma AFS Connect, and obviously all these different implements, which is great. But if you go on the New Holland and press right stick in again, it's going to come up with the T7. That's ace. And obviously, you will need to have the old front loader attacher on for whichever one you go for. But I think that's ace. Go for the case. It takes you to the case tractor. Go for the New Holland. Takes you to the New Holland tractor. Fair enough. Right, next up is Snow Plows. This is by Agro Sketch, 8.92 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under winter equipment. So we've got the Cert 3000, 3 meter working width, 3 mile an hour working speed, and a 3,304 price tag. All the threes. Right, fair enough. You do have the option of configuration none, which is a £10 extra. What's going on with that? Okay, fair enough. 25, you get warning plates. That being said, where are the warning plates? Oh, those on the back, right, fair enough. You then got your position light on the top there. You then got all of it, and then backed enough. I still don't understand why none is going to cost you £10 extra. So surely then the price tag is 3,314. Right, fair enough. Now you have got the option of position lights design 1, 2, 3, 4, and back to number 1 again. You got your main colour, which is obviously going to be your main colour. You then got your rim colour, which is going to, well, let's face it, they're little wheels. It's going to be the rim colour on those wheels anyway. Now, obviously, this is going to mount to the front of your tractor, but if you're thinking, do you know what, I want one that goes on the back, yeah, they've got you covered with that. They've got the RTS 300, 3 meter working width, 15 mile an hour working speed. Well, I was saying that one on the front was 3 mile an hour working speed. This is 15. Okay, fair enough. A little bit cheaper as well. 2,891 to buy. You got the configuration, so you got your warning plates, which is going to be on the back again. Then you got your position lights, and then you got all of it, and then back to nothing. Now with the position lights again, so you got different designs going up to number 4, and then you got your main color, which is obviously going to be your main color. All right, ready for when the snow comes. Next up is Lizard Homemade Roller. This is by Vulex and Gliger. 1.68 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under rollers. Now, it requires 40 horsepower from your tractor, 2.5 meter working width, and a 9 mile an hour working speed for 3,250 price tag. But what I do like about it is, obviously it's going to tip over when you detach it from your tractor, and it's got a nice little block of wood there holding it up. Fair enough. I mean, homemade roller. Yeah, nice and simple. Get some rolling done. We're sticking with rollers for the next one because we've got the Guttler Matador 30. This is by Rick Black Label TWD Modding, 8.02 megabyte on the download, and it's got a 200 litre tank. Yeah, all right, fair enough. Adds a little bit of extra weight to it. It's a 3 metre working width, 10 mile an hour working speed, 2,100 a buy. You can then have a seeder unit, which is where the 200 litres come in. So that being said, you're going to be doing grass and your oilseed radish. So you're not going to be able to do canola on this one. So just those two. But that being said, 3 metres, small farmer shenanigans. That's looking all right. Next up is the John Deere Killefer number 27 toolbar. This is by Sharben Modding, 2.7 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under subsoilers. It's got a 5 gram price tag. There is no working width on the actual game itself. It's saying 7.5 foot. So whatever that is in meterage, 8 mile an hour working speed, and obviously that's your options. I mean, it's got 1.2 tons, so yeah, you're going to get some stuff done. I mean, what is 7.5 foot? According to Google, 7.5 foot is 2.2 meters. So that's definitely one for your small farming shenanigans. But next up is the Valentini Mammut series. This is by SMI Modding Team, 34.94 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under power harrows. So we've got a 300 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 7 metre working width, 5 mile an hour working speed, with a £57,850 price tag. You then have the option of cage roller on the back. You can have a packer roller or a cage roller. You then got your track braking anchors. There you are on the front. Obviously, it's going to loosen the soil up where your track tyres have been. Now, if you're thinking 7 metre, that's a little bit too small. Well, they got you covered with a bigger one. The 8000, which is an 8 metre working width and requires 350 horsepower from your tractor. For a little bit more, 61,750. All right, fair enough. Right, next up is Jackhammer. This is by Squiggles, 1.1 megabyte on the download. And I like different things, and this is certainly different. Now, obviously, it's going to be found, I say obviously, it's under miscellaneous and hand tools. And once you get into the shop, it stands up for a bit, and then it tips over. All right, fair enough. That's going to cost you 1,500 to buy. There is no options. It comes as it is. And this is for doing your rock destroying jobs. Right, fair enough. So I've moved over to Hutan Pantai because some reason Four Fields didn't have any rock jobs on the go. So I've brought it down here to said area. We've brought it down in the old Skoda, so you can fit it in, you can strap it down, you can pick it up, not a problem. Jobs are good. Now obviously you rotate it round like you normally would do from a jackhammer perspective, and all you've got to do is just place it on the rock. So it's obviously, I'm not going to touch any buttons, just going to come over. That was pretty quick. To be fair, I did have a little test on that one. So you just come over, you haven't got to turn it on or anything like that. It just recognises that the stone's there, and away you go. That got through them pretty quick, I must admit. I like that. That's well quick. A little bit of DIY rock removal. Next up is the Zunhammer SKE 18.5 Pod. This is by Puzzcap, 5.22 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under Slowy Tankers. Now, it's got an 18,500 litre capacity. It's got a 180 horsepower requirement from your tractor and a 14.8 metre working width with a 10 mile an hour working speed for 65 grand. That's what it's going to cost you for this one. You then got your wheel brands, you've got your Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein, Nokian, then back to Trelleborg again. There's some with some different ones. Got some wide tyres on there. They're looking all right. Now, 14.8 metre working width. Yeah, that's great. Or you can go and fit something onto the back. Oh, fair enough. So I've got it here, got it out in the open, and then we'll turn it on. Then great. 14.8 metre, not a problem. Now I've gone and got something a little smaller, to be fair, just to show you that obviously it backs on like that. Oh no, there we are. No, I've disconnected it. That's the one. Now we've got it on the back. So once you've got a thing on the back, and then obviously it goes to the one that's on the back, so you're not going to get the sprayer out anymore. So if you've gone for me, right, if you've gone like I've done and gone for, I think this is like a 6 metre, that sort of thing. Yeah, I mean, you could go for one of the bigger boom hoses. I like that. It gives you a little bit of a different option. Next up is the Schäffer 4670T. This is by Howby, 11.36 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under telehandlers. Now, it's got a 66 horsepower engine, 18 mile an hour top speed, and a 56.5 gram price tag. You can then change your wheel brands. You've got your Mitas, your BKT, your Trelleborg, and then back to the Mitas again. I mean, your BKTs, when it comes with wides, wide twos, all right, fair enough. Then you've got the option of fenders, yes or no, which is great. It's not optional extra, but you have to pay for anyway. And then you've got your main colour, which is obviously going to be your main colour. All right, no problem. And next up is the Rumbler tow car. This is by Castan 18, 10.23 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under cars. Now, it's got a 300 horsepower engine, 49 mile an hour top speed, and a 52 gram price tag. You've got a couple of options as well. So you've got your floor around the back. So we've got it open. You then got a covered, and then obviously back open again. Your design colour is going to do the main cab, so we'll go with that one. And then your rim colour is obviously going to do your rims. Now, this is ace for the roleplay. So I've got it all set up. Yeah, car's got some issues. It's not running right. Coned it off. Great. So I've got my old tow trailer here. LB&A is going to unfold the ramps like that. There we are. And then we'll go and get in the car. And we'll pull it up the ramp like that. There we are. Oh, not too fast. And then we'll get out. Then we'll get back in the cab. Put the old ramps away. RB right stick in. Put the old straps on. And then away we go. Take the car back to the dealership. Oh, I haven't parked that very well, have I? It's a bit far over, but alright. I mean, definitely one for your roleplay. Or maybe even just like getting your vehicles from the shop. Alright, fair enough. Next up is the Fiat 682N4. This is by Pepe978, 15.74 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under trucks. Now, it's got a 61 gram price tag, 178 horsepower engine, 43 mile an hour top speed, and an 11,000 litre capacity on the back. You can then change the license plate, so you currently have it, well, it comes as standard as whatever the map license plate is. You then got your 60s style license plate, or the map version. You then got your capacity, so 11,000, 15,000, and then back to 11,000. Then you got your main colour, which is going to do, well, let's face it, it's going to do everything. Right, no problem. Now, what I like about this is it's a right-hand drive version. Yeah, so it's a, I don't know if it's a UK, maybe like an Australian one, because they drive on the right-hand side, but it's a right-hand drive version. Which is what, we don't get a lot of that in the game, I must admit, which is awesome. Now, there's one little thing. If we go inside, we've got one thing that opens, and it's this window. But the winder goes as well. So LB&A, you can slightly see the window going down. I mean, obviously the glass is see-through. You do get a slight change in colour. Not sure if the software's picking it up, mind you, but that's ace. I mean, old school truck. I mean, 11,000, even if you go for the 15,000, yeah, we've got way bigger trailers. But if you're going for old school, old tractor, old farm roleplay, this will fit in a treat. So our last mod for the day is the map Maizy Lou Farms. This is by Matt Shanty Boys Map Creations, 55.18 megabyte on the download, and there's no required mods, which is awesome. Now, if you come on New Farmer, you're going to be using 1,134 slots. And also, if you come on New Farmer, you're going to own a bit of land, which is this area over here. So this is going to be your main start farm. You also own field 11, 10, 14, and then 37. I mean, that field right there, you'd have thought that they'd own that one. They just jumped up to, well, that being said, that's area 37, not field, was it field 16? So that's everything apart from the fields. Okay, so 14, 11, and 10, and then all the bits in between. So you don't actually own all these. All right, actually, fair enough. It is what it is. Now, obviously, on the start farm, you're going to be having a bit of stuff. So first up, you got your sleep trigger by the front door, just there. You then got your wardrobe trigger by the bench. We then come down these steps like that. We'll come over here. We've got a little bit of a shed. We can open up that door like that. There's your pickup truck. So we'll come around here. We've got some more storage over there. And then we'll come right over here, because we've got a cow pen. Let's go see how much this is going to hold. So obviously, depending on what the mob maker does, you know, you could put a load in. So this is going to hold 136 cows. Right, no problem. So you got your loading in point for your feeding your straw. And it's not saying it's doing doing milk, sorry. So it looks like this is going to be a beef cow pen. Alright, no problem. You just fatten them up, take them down to the old animal dealer. Job's a good one. Then come around here, you got a bale and pallet storage. So you load in and load out just there for you. So 500 piece capacity. You then got 2 greenhouses that you own. Obviously, you've got the one there that's going to be your standard type of greenhouse. So pallet spawn point, water going in, and then you've got your production chain menu just in there for you. You've also got a mushroom greenhouse. So you've got your pallet spawn point around here. Water in point is going to be around the back just there. And obviously, the production chain menu is going to be behind door number 1. In there. There we are. Sort your mushrooms out. Job's a good one. I'm going to spin it back round here. And we've got a bit more equipment knocking around. We've got a bite-inable silos. That's going to be for your lime. You then got your big red barn, which obviously you're going to be storing some stuff in. There's another one of your tractors in there, which is very nice indeed. Then we'll carry on back round here like that. There we are. We've got a diesel buy point. Well, a diesel fuel tank anyway. So that's going to hold 10,000 litres. Obviously fill your vehicle up. We've got another shed here. Open up that door. More stuff in there. More storage facilities. We'll come around here. We've got a sheep pen. So your wool pallet spawn point just there. Loading in point for your food. And this is going to hold, click on that. That's going to hold 102 sheep. And then to finish it off, we've got our silo just here. So load in and load out. No problem. Now obviously, as we've been going around this start farm, you'd have seen a bit of equipment. So what do we start with? Well, we've got the Breedel K105. The Bednar Omega 006,000 FL. The Capello Diamant 8, the International Series 200, the Converland Optima RS, the Massey Ferguson MF Beta 7360 AL4, the Massey Ferguson MF Freeflow 25 foot, the McCormick X8 VT drive, and the Rudolph TDK 301 RP. Now, there is some very picturesque parts of this map, and we're just coming up to one right now because I think sometimes, you know, the little extras just add into it. Now, up the top here, which is basically up here by this lake. Yeah, I mean, you own the land around this, so that's not bad at all. So you got your lake. I'm going to come over here. I have to do a little bit of rock climbing. Yeah, have to be a little bit careful. Can we get down there? A little bit further. Oh, here we are. A little bit further. I've actually got a waterfall. Oh dear, oh dear. Look at it. Oh, that's... Oh, don't slip. Don't slip. That's 8. What about if we get down over there? Jump down. Oh, nailed it. Nailed it. We're spinning around. That is awesome. I mean, just that in a map. That is brilliant. And do you know what? Like, this is not the only place either. So we're actually going to come all the way down to this bit down here. Now, this gives me vibes of old Silver Run Forest because that's a sawmill on the lake as well. And this is a similar sort of thing. So you got your logs in the water just there. But then over this side, over the road, got a little bit of a lagoon, pond, whatever, and another waterfall. I mean, there's not anywhere that side I can get to, but that is awesome. I mean, just the old aesthetics of it all, that's brilliant. Now, the map itself does offer a bit of logging if you wanted to go down that road, and a bit of farming as well. Now, there is 3 farms on this map. Obviously, we've seen the start farm. There's 2 other ones if you wanted to come and do a bit of multiplayer shenanigans on the go. I mean, the fields themselves, they're fairly open. I mean, they're not flat, so you might need to factor in a bit of extra horsepower to get your tractor going, mind you. But do you know what? The elements that go into a good map, you know, the old aesthetics of it, this is looking good. We've also got some updates as well. We've got the map Nardenthal by Iron Funded. Now, that doesn't need a new save, so that's all right. Got the map Rancho Fundo by Namog Mod. Now, that does need a new save. We've got the map New American by Samuel Batista Modding. Now, that's not got an update on the version or anything to do with an update, so who knows on that one. We've got the map New Hope by David Merriman, and it says a new save game is not necessarily required. However, a new save is required to use all of the new features, so you make out of that what you will. Got the Ponzi Forwarder Pack by HR Force and Fargzoid Bell, the Flegel Timber Runner Pack by HR Force and Fargzoid Bell, the Voucher Valmet Series 8x50 by Archie Westall, the JCB Attachments by Ross and Mods, the Greenhouse Wood by NASA B82, the Liquid Manure Dryer by NASA B82, the Liquid Fertilizer Facility by Rockhound Modding, the Selectable Bale Capacity Pack by GH66 Mods, the Old Cow Shed by DMI 20mm Normandy, the Shed with Extra Wide Doors by ICAS, the Empty Pallets and Blocks Production by Weekend Farmers Taxis, the Supermarket Productions by Let's Be Having Moo, and the Slurry Shaft Package by Razak.